really think about this midweek day and set your intention for whatever it is you need. So just drop into that space and allow that intention to travel from your thinking mind into your heart space. And then from the heart space down to the root chakra, which is just between the sit bones. And then let that intention sink all the way to the core center of the earth. As if you're sending a message to Mother Earth to support your intention today. And take a nice deep breath in and notice how that breath moves through your body. Is it catching anywhere? Does it move freely? Just notice. And then begin to notice how the breath travels down into the bottom of the lung as the belly expands and then fills the center of the lungs. And then the top of the lungs. And then pause at the top. Let's just pause for a count of 4. And then exhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause at the bottom for a count of 4. And then inhale and pause. And exhale. And pause. And I'm going to grow quiet. Let's just do a few rounds on our own with this. And we're going to do 3 more rounds. Noticing how the breath and the pause becomes longer. And so this time, inhale for 4, a count of 4. And then as you reach the top, exhale for a count of 8. So it's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to let you guys go on that. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8. So one more round. This is called calming breath. Inhale, 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 and exhale for 8. So if you're having a stressful day, this is a really wonderful breath to do. Kind of bring you back into the present, bring you back into your body, and then return to normal breath. Ujjayi breath, ocean sounding breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Beautiful. So now let's drop our chin down to our chest on the exhale. Really feel the back of that neck begin to open. Notice if your shoulders are wanting to draw up. See if you can really connect in with those shoulder blades and draw them down your back. Great. And inhaling up, head up. And we're going to exhale the nose to the right, only the neck. Looking over that shoulder. Exhaling, inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling, looking over the left shoulder. Beautiful. Notice how the left side's different from the right side. Always a little bit of variance. It's just the way we carry our body. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling, chin to chest. We're going to just move through this with the breath. Exhaling long. Inhaling up. Exhaling to the right. Inhaling center. Exhaling to the left. Yeah, there we go. One more time through. Let's do that one more time. Really feel that neck begin to just open up. Exhaling down to the center. Inhaling up. Exhaling to the left, or right, sorry. Inhaling center. Exhaling to the left. And this time, as we inhale to the center, we're going to begin drawing a circle with our nose. Just opening. What this opens is the base of our skull in C1. And you don't ever want to tip your head straight back. It's pretty hard on the cervical vertebrae. The sets get kind of crunched in there. So when we draw a circle with our nose, it opens up the neck without harming that part of the bone. And reverse it. There you go. Two more. Great. And last one, all the way through. And right back to center and drawing your head up. Let's move right into Dandasana. So that's staff pose. Legs out in front of us. I'm going to turn sideways so you can kind of see me. And lengthen those legs out. So if you're sitting on a blanket, take the blanket off. And if you want a strap, you can get a strap here, but you don't necessarily need one. Draw those toes in. Really inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, flying forward. Oh, and embrace this posture. Right here, wherever your hands land. It doesn't matter if you can't reach your toes. And if you want to use a strap, that's fine. If you can reach your toes, go for it. But in this body, reaching for my shins feels really delicious. And then tip that chin down to open the back of the neck and grow long in the crown. So something that happens in this posture is we get this kind of roundy thing happening. Grow up long, draw the shoulders down. Really feel those hips begin to open. Breathe into it. Find your Ujjayi breath. Check and see if that pelvic floor is hanging down on the floor. And if it is, invite it into play. 2 more breaths. Last one. Inhaling, drawing up, bringing that right knee with you. So right knee's in. Let that left foot stay engaged. Turn towards it. And I have some extra wonderful tissue in my belly. I always encourage it to come with me. Inhaling, sorry for the back, bringing the hand behind you and looking clear over that shoulder, lengthen up through your crown. No leaning. If you're leaning, walk that hand in. There you go. Good job. So find your breath. Let's have 3 more breaths here. And then exhale your head only. Look over that left shoulder. Really feel that opening in the neck. And then on the exhale, bring the shoulders and then the hips and open that knee wide. Now, my left foot keeps wanting to go on vacation and just do nothing. It's an invitation to keep it engaged, because what happens as you engage that heel and push that heel out, it opens all the way up the back of your leg to the sit bones. Inhaling the hands up, exhaling, flying forward. Seeing if you can reach that toe. If you can, give it a little love. I like to press my first finger against the pad of my big toe. Stimulates the pituitary gland, which is in the brain, in the center of the brain. And it's the gland, it's the master gland. It controls all of the glands in the body. So it's a very powerful posture here to include in that little tidbit of reflexology. And exhale forward, however far you can. Tip through the chin, grow up long through the crown, draw those shoulders down. Shoulders always want to come in and play. They always think they're missing out on something. Inhaling, rising up, exhaling those hands down, meeting that right leg back out with the left one. Shake it out a little bit, find your sit bones again. Inhaling the hands up, overhead, flying forward, all forward. Notice if, so what happened in my body is I can reach my left toe now, but I cannot reach my right toe. So that's how building from the base up really opens all of the muscles, dropping out of the shoulders, growing long in the crown. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, drawing up, exhaling the hands down, drawing that left knee up. Inhaling, if you need to invite the belly to come with you, do that. Hook your arm around, inhaling those hands around, and draw yourself up. Looking over that shoulder, breathing into it. Notice how this twist is different. Twisting each side is always different. Breathing into it, find your breath. This is a very easy place for the pelvic floor to go on vacation as the shoulders come up. So engage the core, drop out of the shoulders, look over that left shoulder and breathe. All these little details. On the next inhale, drop long in your crown, exhaling, looking over that right shoulder. Only the neck, only the neck. Breathing into it. On the next exhale, bring the shoulders, open that knee wide, inhaling the hands up, engage that foot, exhaling down. If you can reach that toe, do. Same thing here. First finger to the pituitary point on the toe, which is right in the center of the pad of the toe. Breathe into it. Sometimes you can even feel the line of energy going up your leg when you've got that point held. Drop out of the shoulders. Find your breath. Soften into it. Inhaling, drawing up nice and tall. Exhaling those hands down. Last time, we're going to go back into Dandasana. Lengthen out of that left leg. Inhaling, both hands on, pressing through those heels. Exhaling, flying forward. Can you reach your toes this time? Maybe. And if you have great flexibility and you can hook your feet around the bottom, your hands around the bottom of your feet, do that. It's okay. Breathing into it, finding your breath. Two more nice long breaths. You can stay with it. Opening the hamstrings always opens the lower back. Inhaling, rising up. Exhaling the hands down. We're very thankful that no reverse plank showed up today. Let's spin around and come into tabletop. So finding your tabletop, knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Send the eyes of the elbows forward. So I was doing some reading and I used to bring the eyes of the elbows together. It creates strength. Bringing them forward opens the shoulder blades. So we're going to do a little bit of that. It also opens the forearms. Draw that belly button up to the spine and slide that tailbone down. Shoulders back, lengthen through the crown. So if you've got this like you're looking forward, where am I going to go? Look down as if you're looking towards the earth. And then feel that crown grow long. All these little tiny micro movements strengthens the little stabilizing muscles. So breathe into this. And on the next inhale, let's go into cow. Drop down. Find your breath. Slow it down. Really invite that back bend in. Now you can look up. Tip that tailbone up. Long inhale. And then exhale out of it. We're making these really long to begin with. We'll move with it a little bit more here in a minute. Arching that back tall, tall, tall. Draw that belly button in. And then reverse it back down into cow. Nice, long inhale. Now, if my inhales are too long, you can always get a breath. I'm not going to have you be thirsty for breath. Exhaling out. Into cat. Reach it up. Now let's begin to move a little bit more with it. Inhaling, dropping down. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. And exhaling up. We're going to go one more time. And then I'm going to grow quiet and let you go at your own pace. Notice what your pace is. Starting now, find your own pace. It might be slower. It might be faster. Might be the same. Doesn't matter. Just notice. Three more. I've got one more to go. If you're finished, just hang out in the tabletop. Or draw your heels together and drop into child's pose. Open up that back body. So heels come together, opening the knees wide, sinking back. Be mindful if you have any knee injuries or anything, just not to go too deep if that's something that's uncomfortable for you. Drop that forehead down on the mat. Walk your fingers out a little farther than you think you can go. And feel that heart press down towards the mat. Find your breath. Fold into yourself. Be thankful you are here. You're here for yoga. I appreciate that. Appreciate your own self. And on the next inhale, we're going to rise back up, coming into tabletop. Find your tabletop again, curl your toes under, and exhale. On the exhale, back into downward facing dog. So, soft knees here because this is our first dog of the day. Inhaling, dropping into that right heel. Just press into that right heel and feel that whole leg open. Feel the hip open. Maybe little micro movements to see where you feel that. Maybe a little forward movement or backward movement. Not quick, just gentle. Inhaling up, exhaling into that left foot. Same thing here. Where is that hip or that leg or that heel tight? Notice. How is it different from the right foot? Just notice. Breathe into it. And then on the inhale and exhale, we're going to inhale up and exhale into the right heel. Inhale up, exhale into the left heel. Inhale up, exhale into the right heel. Inhale up, exhale into the left heel. Inhale up, exhale into both heels. Sink all the way back. Let your heart travel to your knees. Feel it really open. Even if your heels don't touch the mat, imagine that they're touching the mat. Work towards that. It's less about pressing through the heels and more about lifting the tail. Lift it to the sky. Feel that heart open. Breathe into it. Two more breaths. Last one. Draw those heels together. Open the knees. Lower down. Head back into child's pose. Child's pose is feeling pretty darn yummy today. Walk those hands out. Drop your heart down to the floor. If your forehead meets the mat, just let it rest there. Find your breath. Find the calm. On the next inhale, rising back up into out of child's pose into tabletop. Curl those toes under. Press straight back into downward facing dog. Find your full dog. Have 4 breaths here. We're going to just pause. Remember what our full dog feels like. You might have to wiggle into it a little more. 1 more breath. And then step the right foot forward between your hands. Or you might have to take 2 or 3 steps. Head to the front of your mat. Exhaling all the way down into forward fold. Beautiful. Inhaling, reverse swan dive all the way up. Nice, big arch of the back. Engage your pelvic floor before you do this. And then hands down into full mountain. So as you come into full mountain, feel your body stack on top of your feet. Check in. Are they hip distance apart? Remember that your hips are not as wide as you think they are. And if your feet come completely together, that's okay too. My knees don't do that. So my feet will not ever be together, and I'm okay with that. Drop down through your tail, lift up through your pelvic floor. As you lift up through your pelvic floor, feel that heart rise as if it's rising up to the sun. And then draw the ears back over the shoulders and grow up long in the crown. Full mountain pose. Breathe into it. On the next inhale, inhaling the hands up overhead. Exhaling, swan dive forward. touching the floor or the shins. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling back into forward fold. Inhaling reverse swan dive all the way up. Half sun salutations, hands meet in the center line. Drawing down into Ujjayi Mudra. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale it out. On the next inhale, drop the hands down, circling them around. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, reverse swan dive. Exhaling, hands down the center line. And go right back into it with the inhale, circling around. I'm going to let you go on your own here. You know how to do this. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, reverse swan dive. Exhaling, hands to center line. You're on your own. Let's do 5 rounds. I think this one's number 4. So regardless of whether it is or isn't, let's do one more full round. And as you finish the last round, then you can just rest standing in an Ujjayi Mudra. Some of us are move slower. Some of us move faster. It doesn't matter. It's about honoring what you do, honoring what your body needs. It's not about what everybody else needs. It's honoring the self. So as we're standing here, Ujjayi Mudra, just drink in the connection that you're feeling to the earth. Feet are really rooting down into the mat. Just notice that. The hips are soft, and if they're not soft, what would it feel like to let go of the hips? A lot of times we stand just clenched tight, waiting for the next shoe to drop, but you know what? It's not going to drop. So you can soften into the hips, feeling the shoulders draw down your back as the crown grows tall. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and letting the hands come down beside you. We're going to step the left foot straight back, okay, right here. So wiggle around and see what feels comfortable. Make sure that you have a wide enough stance happening, okay? Inhaling the hands up, we're coming in, we're preparing for triangle. So both knees are straight. And if it feels like your foot is too turned in, you can adjust that out more. Play with it. You know what feels good in your body. There you go. So right here, inhaling, dropping out of the shoulders, exhaling, hinging at the hips, and then tipping into triangle. Now, don't head to the floor right off the bat. Head to just a really solid triangle, okay? Knees are both straight, and then we're gonna sink down, okay? So both of our legs are straight. When we bend our knee, that's a different posture. And this actually opens through the groin muscles. It opens through right all the way through here, which it catches the TFL, which is the top of the IT band. That's the muscle that the IT band attaches to. And our IT band so frequently gets tight that, especially, you know, if we're doing any yard work, if we're walking, you know, now that it's nice out, we're outside more. We're breathing into this in our pelvic floor. My favorite posture, everybody knows. Breathing into it. And on the exhale, you might find yourself sinking more towards the floor. It doesn't matter whether you reach there or not. It just matters that you let your body open in its own time. Focusing on your breath. If the monkey's trying to jump in and tell us what we're doing, just invite it to go to the other room. Go watch TV in the other room. Or maybe don't watch TV. Go take a nap. Breathe into it. 2 more breaths. Last one, inhaling, drawing straight up, tipping out of it. Let those arms down, give them a break. Spin those feet around. We're going to go the other direction. So we're just going to spin all the way around and go right into the left foot. Let your hands take a little break here. Maybe wiggle your shoulders around, forward and backwards. Turn the neck a little bit. I must be carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders today because my shoulders and neck are really talking to me today. Inhaling, opening those arms wide. Exhaling, hinging in the hips. And then tipping. Beautiful work. Find where you are here. Now, if your knee is bent, changes the posture. See if you can pull out of that left knee and not lock it, but let it be straight, because that engages the quadricep muscle, strengthening one of the most important muscles in our knee is the VMO. It's the one that gets weak, and then we have little knee pain and that. So we're just going to invite that kneecap to draw up as if we're drawing it up, squeezing the bone of the femur bone, the thigh bone, breathing into it, tipping your chin just slightly, feeling that crown lengthen. Exhaling, softening, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling peace, exhaling stress. Staying with it. Arms are strong. Muscles are squeezing the bones. Side body's opening. This is a yummy, yummy posture. Strengthens everything. It's great for anxiety, great for depression, great for opening. 2 more breaths. You can do it. And on the next inhale, drawing straight up, tipping out of it, letting those hands come down, dropping out of those shoulders, circling it out. We're going back to the other side. Okay, we're going to put a little twist into this. So again, remember to keep that knee not locked back, but strong. So feel those muscles, grab the thigh bone, draw that kneecap up. Can you feel that drawing the kneecap up? So we're going to inhale our hands back up. We're going to slide across the body. We're going to tip into it, but this time we're going to spin our hand around and draw that shoulder or that arm behind us, hooking it around our waist backwards. Now, the look here is going to be up instead of down. So tip that chin, engage that core. Notice when you engage your core, that it draws you out of your crown, nice and long. And then tip that nose as if you're looking to the ceiling. Nice deep twist here, breathing into it, a little bit of balance, little micro movements. Remember to breathe. I don't want anybody falling down. The only thing about not breathing is that you will pass out and start breathing again. Always an option. Not one I would prefer, but breathing into it. Smiling. 2 more. And last one, release that arm first, bring it back up. Inhaling as if somebody's helping you, and come out of it. Woo! Exhaling those hands down. Everybody feel that twist? Oh yeah. Now we're going the other way. Can't twist one way without twisting the other way. If we do, we'll walk in a circle. That gets us nowhere. Inhaling the hands up. Sliding across the body. Tipping into it. Spinning that hand to face the behind you. And then opening that shoulder. Now, if you have this space to reach all the way around and grab your arm, you can do that. Got to be pretty flexible and stretchy through the ribs. Work in progress. Always working. Now, again, engage your core. Tip your chin. Feel that lengthening in the crown. And then look over that right shoulder. Feel the heat building. Three more breaths, you can do it. Wow, 3, okay. 2 more. And 1, lifting that arm up. Lifting yourself out of it. Dropping out. Bringing those toes both facing forward. What the heck triangle it is today. Yay. Full body workout. So if you need to walk your feet in a little bit, you can, an inch or 2 so that you're not too wide. Take a look at your knees. Now, I have a perfect example of super tight adductors. These are the adductors right here. See how my knees kind of drop in? So I have to really think about spinning open here, drawing down through my pelvic floor and up through the crown. Really see if you can do that. Inhaling the hands up, 5-pointed star. Let's have a breath here and a smile. Drop out of your shoulders. There you go. Inhaling. We're going to exhale flat back, straight forward. Take your nose with you. Lead with your heart, but take the nose with you. Exhaling. Those hands down in front of you. Plant those palms on the floor. And flat back, wide angle forward fold. Now, if you can reach the floor, awesome. If you cannot reach the floor, put your hands right here on your shin. Really support yourself in this flat back posture. We're going to hang out here and just let our back of body open. Tip your chin, feel that neck, feel that turtle come out of your spine. So a lot of times, because we're always looking for what is next, we've got this slight little tip looking forward. Well, let's just pull it into right now. Feel that back of that neck open. Breathe into it. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. On the next inhale, think about heading towards your right foot. And all we're going to do is walk our hands over to the right foot. Now, let your weight still be even in both. Walk it over and just drop in. Just a little bit of a tiny twist in the shoulders. 2 breaths here. And then walk it back to center and walk it the other direction. And breathe into it. Excellent. Inhaling back to center. Right here, while we've got the weight on our hands, take your toes and spin them open a little bit, like they're going to point towards the corner of your mat. And then exhaling straight down. So we have our weight evenly distributed between our feet and our hands coming into crowd, just opening up these hips. Open them up. Sinking down, inhaling, lifting up back into forward fold. Exhaling back down. Inhaling, lift back up. Now, if this is causing any knee pain, don't do it. Be mindful. If it doesn't work for you, it's okay. You don't have to do it. Child's pose is always a great place to escape to. I love child's pose. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. We're going to hang out here, right here in the squat for 3 breaths. Then bring our left hand onto the left knee, right hand onto the right knee. And then let's just do a couple cat-cows here. Exhaling into cow, or inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Great. Coming all the way up. Bring those shoulders with you. Bring them up. Woo! Exhaling, rolling them back and down. Good job. Bring those feet in. Just walk them in. Walk them in. Coming into standing mountain pose. We're going to do a little bit of balance today. Since we just opened those hips up, we're going to do tree. So be mindful of where you are, what's around you. And as you're ready, pour into your right foot. I'm going to be opposite of you because I'm going to do right foot with you. So pour into your right foot. Hands on the hips or down below, whatever's comfortable. We're going to do this twice. So if you want to do it once with no arms and just get the feeling of the base, that's fine. So begin to let the weight come off your foot. And then as you're ready, bring that left foot up, either below the knee or above the knee, just not on the knee. Breathing into it. And my tree is in a windstorm today, and I'm just embracing that. 2 more breaths, and then stepping out of it. And then we're going to just give that a little love. Sometimes when we begin to support our body weight, we have to rebuild the muscles, and that's okay. So coming back into mountain, pouring into the left leg. Square off the hips, or what they feel like square in your body. Find something to look at. When you're ready, find your tree. Breathe into it. And exhaling out of that. How is our balance today? Are we trees blowing in the wind? I am definitely a tree blowing in the wind today. So we're going to add our branches. Sometimes when we have branches, it makes it easier. My mat's moving. So if your mat's walking around, you can always step off your mat. Sometimes it does that when you're on carpet. So when you're ready, find your mountain pose first. Engage that core. Inhaling, pouring into the right foot. Open up into your base. Imagine as your branches grow up, the root is growing down, down, down into the earth. Find one thing that's not me, that's not moving, and just focus in on it. Good. 2 more breaths. You can do it. And exhaling out of your arms, stepping out a tree. I promise if you're looking at me, you will fall over because I am blowing and then moving. It's good to move your body. It really releases the synovial fluid, keeps those joints lubricated, which is awesome. Finding your mountain, pouring into that left foot. When you're ready, opening up in the tree. Inhaling through those fingertips, exhaling, stepping out of tree, stepping wider than hip distance apart. Let the ankles come into it. You know, make sure and give them some love too. And then circle those hips around. And get the knees involved. And then go the other way. Beautiful. And then coming back to center, and then just side to side, a little side to side action here. Yeah. We move forward all the time. And sometimes we girls will swing our hips, but I find that as I get older, my hips don't swing quite like they used to. It's a good thing to remember how to do. Awesome. Now, coming back to the front of our mat, feet hip distance apart, inhaling, hands up overhead, exhaling, swan dive forward, inhaling, halfway up, exhaling, sinking down, hands come beside your feet, stepping back into downward facing dog, right into dog. Find your dog, give your best dog here. Sometimes in downward facing dogs, my sinuses will drain. It's always good to be upside down. Drawing those heels together, opening the knees, lowering down, sinking back into child's pose. Remembering our yummy, yummy child. Dropping that forehead to the mat. Completely letting go. Inhaling, looking forward. We're going to move forward and we're going to come back into seated pose with our legs out in front of us, but our feet in standing. I think we have enough time to do just a little bit of core work today. So draw up through that pelvic floor. Find your sit bone so you have a nice solid base. Hands come out beside you. Do what level works for you, okay? So we're going to sink back, pelvic floor's long line of energy. So bring that chin so that the ears are over your shoulders. And this is level 1 right here. This feels pretty good to me. If you're a level 2, you can lift your feet up. I'm not, I'm a 1. And if you're level 3, you can make a V position. Not happening in this body. And so what's really important is that you honor what is happening in your body. Some days I can do level 2. Some days I cannot do level 2. This happens to be that day. So breathe into it. Give yourself permission to be a level 1. Give yourself permission. Less is more. Now sink back a little farther. Draw that belly button into your spine. Feel it. 3 more breaths. And inhaling, coming straight up. Open those feet bring them in together and come into supine or into cobbler's pose. So your knees are open in butterfly. The soles are together, going up nice and tall. Tuck that chin and head straight forward. So after doing something like that, it's always good to release it. So now that we're forward, begin to roll from the chin to the chest, through the shoulders, and roll through the back. Let it go. Let it go. The one place I'll let you do this. And then stack back up on the vertebrae. And push those feet out about 4 inches. So you're still in cobblers, but now you have like a bigger diamond. And then exhale forward. And then lead into curling that back. Press back into cat. But breathe into it. This is just a beautiful restorative pose. And then sink forward. You can have your back rounded here. Notice what it feels like to just recover and restore. Find your breath. Breathe into it. And then inhale, lengthen through the back, lengthen through the spine. Keep that chin just in so that your ears are over your shoulders, coming back up. Drawing those feet back to standing. Hands come on either side, but this time we're going to just roll all the way down. Good job. Hands come up, lengthen through the feet. Reach it out, breathe in. Let it go with a big sigh. And then inhale and walk those feet in. Let's cross the left knee or the left ankle over the right knee. So it's like you're in a figure 4 here. And we're going to draw our hands behind our ears, not behind the head. When we put our hands behind our head, we have a tendency to yank on the neck. So just gently hold behind your ears. Lift your shoulders up off the mat. Notice that your pelvic floor is engaged. Your belly button's working down to the ground. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to reach the elbow towards the knee. It won't get there. Let the knee stay wide, and then exhale back. Let's do that the other way. Let's inhale and exhale, reach for the knee, and inhale back. That feels better. And exhale towards the knee, and inhale back. And exhale towards the knee, and inhale back. We're going to do 3 more. And exhale towards the knee, and inhale back. 2 more. And last one. Little twisting here and some forward. And lowering straight down. Lengthen those hands overhead. Uncross the knee. Point the toes. Reach it out. Inhale, inhale. Notice what that feels like. Exhale down. Walk that left foot in. Cross the right knee over. Gotta balance out. Do the other side. Hands come behind the ears, lifting straight up. Inhale. Belly button to the spine. Exhale. Elbow to knee. Inhale. Back. Exhale over. Inhale back. Exhale over. Inhale back. Exhale over. Inhale back. 3 more. We're almost there. Two more. If your neck is hurting, look to the ceiling. Tip your head back a little bit. Straighten out that neck. Last one. Good job. Lower it down. Reach those hands up overhead.
Lengthen through that right foot. Lengthen through that left foot. Point those toes. Point them, point them. Feel everything press to the floor. Back, everything. And it may not touch, and that's okay. Just feel everything breath. And then now release it up into an inhale. And release it out. Yes. So now we've done really zero back bending today. So we need to do a nice, great bridge pose. So walk your feet in close to your body. Bring those hands down beside you. Take a second and scoop those shoulder blades underneath you. There you go. So here we are. We have a nice, great platform. Inhale, engage the core, press your feet into the floor, and just lift about halfway up, and then roll back down. And inhale. This time, as you flatten your back onto the floor, press into your feet, lifting straight up, a little higher this time. Exhaling, rolling down. Now, this time, a little detail. Imagine there's a block between your knees. And as you inhale and roll up, exhale, pressing your feet, pressing up, 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 up into bridge. No looking, don't turn your head sideways. Just close your eyes, keep your neck long, keep that core engaged, and find your bridge. Find your best bridge. Beautiful, looks good. Engage those knees as if you've got a beach ball between them. There you go. Breathing into it. Yes. So we're gonna hang out here in bridge for a minute, or maybe not a full minute, but a few breaths. On the next inhale, lift into it a little bit deeper. Press your edge up. Move that edge away from you. Find your breath. Drop in. And when you feel meditation and motion moving you, follow it. Follow it. It might be quick. It might take a little while. No two bodies are the same. But follow your body. And as your body shows you the way, know that there's no wrong way in meditation motion. Sometimes the body will move you into a position that has nothing to do with anything. So no questioning, just allowing, supporting it, letting it be what it is. So as you find your way through meditation and motion, in the next 2 or 3 breaths, find your knees coming into your chest and begin rocking side to side. honoring whatever's happening, allowing the knees begin to open and travel into the armpits. We're headed into happy baby. Let this just fall open into whatever works for you. Breathing into it. Two more breaths. And release those feet into the center. Lengthening through that left leg. Drawing that right knee in, engage that core, bring it across the body into a twist. Probably don't need any more twists, but sometimes it just feels right to have one last one, two more breaths. And open it up, counterpose it, give that joint the full expression, and then release it down. Draw the left knee in. Double check that core. Draw that knee across the body. Opening the arm. Good. Inhaling, coming back to center. Lengthening through, opening it up and then lengthening through that leg. And just check in. Do you need anything else? And if your body feels complete, find your way into Shavasana. So as we come into our final pose today, notice what it feels like to soften completely into the earth, trusting that the earth is there to protect you and support you and hold you. And with that knowledge of knowing that you are safe and protected and held by the loving Mother Earth, let everything melt into her. Let your breath grow shallow. And let the mind slip away. Not here, not there. In that in-between loving, healing space.
So you begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. When you're ready, you can roll to your side. Finding your way gently back to seated, hands at your heart. Namaste.
Namaste.